Oh, welcome to Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. I am your host, Vanessa Brown, owner of Pink Kitty LLC, your one stop shop for all things related to intimacy and romance and relationships. We specialize in oral pleasure workshops, couples workshops, and I did mention oral pleasure, right? And intimacy coaching. I'm also a life coach, but I specialize in relationships. That is, I believe, my entire purpose. But Pink Kitty also has adult novelty, and we have everything you could possibly want, from mild to wild. We sell. Say hi, Ike. Say hi. Ike is a new member of my family, so he hasn't quite learned the decorum of not jumping into my camera. And because I got him from a shelter, we're taking baby steps with our training with him. So this will be interesting. Anywho, we have everything from mild to wild. We are also doing adult toy parties. We have representatives in Chicago, Gary, Indiana, and Wisconsin. She is doing the entire state of Wisconsin, so she didn't want me to segregate her. I'm sorry, to segregate her parties. So Deshauna is handling parties all over the world. I mean, I'm sorry, all over Wisconsin. Whoops. Um, and I am here in Dallas, and we are also seeking distributors for other locations. And again, we're doing adult toy parties for a small fee, COVID free and safe. Um, I do this intimate conversations with Pink Kitty workshop. I'm sorry, I do this every week, this broadcast every week. And today we're going to talk about Reiki. I am so excited to have the Reiki Master back here again. That was here a couple of weeks ago. And we talked about chakras and alignments and balance. And we have him back because we wanted to get a little bit more in depth into the what Reiki can do for you and your sex life, right? Um, because Pink Kitty is always trying to hashtag get you some. Today we're gonna have him come on a little bit later, but I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys about the things that are going on right now in the world, right? So I was reading a article from the CDC on yesterday, and I shared with a couple of persons that I know specialize in like having plus size broadcast or have a plus size audience. I just found out on yesterday, just reading an article on the CDC, that there were different needles for different. Hey, Curtis, I'm always going to stop and speak to you. That there are different needles that are required for plus size people, quote unquote, persons over 200 pounds and persons under 200 pounds for the COVID vaccination. So, for me, that was very important. I have not been vaccinated, but I know a ton, pun intended, of persons that have been vaccinated. And I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that the needle gauge that you're supposed to be getting vaccinated with, if you're over 200 pounds for a woman, I believe it was 250 pounds. Hey, full body frequency. I believe it was 250 pounds for persons over, for males over, and that's persons with penises, over 250 pounds. It was 38 millimeters. So you need to make sure, because y'all know, like right now, the numbers are increasing everywhere. Everybody's outside. We're trying to party. We're trying to travel. And you still need to mask up, y'all. I know I keep saying this, and y'all probably tired of hearing me talk about it. But please, please, please save yourself. And we just want you around. So mask up. And I don't care if everybody else in the room is not masked up, you still mask up. And if you're not masking up, minimally make sure you go to my Halogen Laboratories website and get you one of those misters that I told you that I spray everywhere. I actually put mine in the car now, so like going to get it. But make sure you have at least the mist that it's killing any bacteria or viral virus infection that may be in the air around you. I just really, really, really want you guys to be safe, because the numbers are increasing, despite that. I know multiple outlets are not discussing that, but some states are even closing back up right now. So, guys, please save yourself, save your family. We lost too many people already. This thing is still here, it's still out here. And I know, matter of fact, I was speaking with someone a few days ago when I went to that boat function that I told you guys I was going to. And they were like, man, I'm tired. I want to live my life. And I'm like, yeah, but you're going to be gone. So I need you to stay around. Mask up. I mean, it's not, I know we tired of it. Matter of fact, I broke out, as you can see right here. I broke out from wearing my mask all the time. But look, we want you around. We need you around. So I'm not going to stay on the soapbox about COVID. I just really wanted to share that bit of information that I found out from reading the CDC site on yesterday. And it was weird because the reason that I was there is because I was talking to one of my sex education mentors, and she was like, did you know that you have to be vaccinated with a 38 millimeter needle? And I was like, huh? I know, I knew it was different, sizes of needles, but I didn't know, like, this is not just for COVID, by the way. This is for even if you get the flu vaccination, they're still supposed to do this. But, obviously, most importantly, right now, because we're in the midst of a pandemic, I'm bringing that up. Okay. All right. So for real, I don't want to talk about that anymore. The other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is we decided that we're going to stick to Fridays at 9 p.m. So thank you guys for continuing to come. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that watches. I'm not sure if I say that all the time, but I am so grateful to you guys for subscribing, for liking, for sharing my videos. We had 13 new subscribers since last Friday. So I'm grateful, grateful, grateful beyond measure. I really want to bring you guys some quality shows, and I have like a ton of guests that, I won't say a ton, but some guests that I really, really, really want to bring to the forefront to you, but I really want the audience to be bigger so that they can really get these messages across. We're going to be doing sexual health awareness, signs to, things that we need to be looking for, especially as we age. I am officially in the 40s crowd, and I definitely want to make sure that we are doing what is necessary to make sure our bodies are healthy enough to engage in the type of activities that we want to be engaging in. I'm just saying. Um, so the other thing that I wanted to say to you guys is, so I want to bring you some sexual health awareness. We're actually going to do um, I don't really know what to call it, but sexual abuse show. We'll definitely have that coming up soon, because I have a couple persons that want to tell their stories, and I absolutely want to use my platform to give them the opportunity to do that. So those things will be coming up soon. Sensual Sage with the body movement is definitely going to be coming, but she will not be here today. I know I keep talking about her, so by the time you guys see her, you're gonna be like, I got to see why she keep bringing this girl up. But when you see, you're gonna go like, oh, okay. I also have Rashi, who is another sensual body movement coach that is amazing. She has a play that she's doing. She's done some videos, and she supports body positivity. She's a plus size lesbian woman, was married, and she gets it in, honey. The way she moves, I'll be like, shoes, I love me some dick, but this chick right here. So anyway, so she's gonna be here. So I have a bunch of persons that will be coming, and then I also have Simeon Henderson's gonna come back, and I'm gonna have Mel Rob back soon because I love him, and we just have a good time when he comes. So I have like a bunch of different things that we're gonna be talking about that I want to bring to the show. So again, I thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, so the other thing is, people keep giving me ideas, and I want to know what you guys think. So really, for real, you got to tell me in the comments, because I don't want to be bringing you content that you're not interested in. I was told that I should do a live toy party or intimate conversations with Pink Kittee for bed talk. So what do you guys think about that? for me to have my a bunch of toys just laid out, and we're just gonna talk about each one and kind of the categories and things like that. So yeah, I want you guys to tell me, what you think of that idea. I'm kind of really interested. I think it'll be fun because, of course, I love to discuss masturbation and couple and sex. And so I'm really, really interested in, and I hope you guys are too, of seeing me stroke on some toys. and and kind of helping you figure out what if there's something that you missing or not missing, but that you would like to add to enhance your bedroom, right? For bed talk. So bed talk is thank you, Curtis. So bed talk again is every other week. So this week we're going to do Reiki. So that means next week is bed talk, and I think that we should do that. I think we're going to do that because like today, after I masturbated, I came. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Did I say that out loud? Mhm. Anyway, so today after I masturbated, I came and I was like, oh, let me set everything up for the podcast. And I was like, oh, I should bring some toys down. And I was like, because the Reiki master that we're gonna have on is actually my cousin. Um, I think that I should be stroking on toys when he comes. But anyway, I mean, he's going to see it anyway because he does watch the show and support us. But, for me to have the conversation with him while I'm stroking the toys, just seemed like a little bit too much for family, right? So yeah, so next week for Bed Talk, we're going to be doing that. I'm super excited. And like I said, I really, 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 really hope you guys will enjoy it. And again, this is Ike, guys. I got a new puppy and he's only 7 months and he's 54 pounds. And like I said, he is really, really rude. He has not had the training to understand the meaning of consent and personal space. So he all up under me. So I got him from the shelter. So we're taking our time training him. So if you see him pop in and pop out, then that's why I haven't properly trained him yet. And y'all know I'm looking forward to that. So the next thing that I wanted to tell you guys is I'm going to have a BDSM coach come on. One of my girlfriends coach taught BDSM on a show on Netflix. I think it was called Strap. Is it called Strap? Hooked, Bound. The show is called Bound on Netflix. I'm almost positive that's what it's called. One of my girlfriends was actually teaching a course on how to be, you know, a BDSM person, and so they were in a dungeon. And I used to do it with her. So, like I said, she's one of my mentors, and I love her and admire her so much. So she's gonna be on. I want to do it before my birthday because I want to be trying some new stuff. She said she has some things she'll tell me about. So, so looking forward to that. Again, if you have any questions on Bed Talk, I definitely will be taking your questions live. So I hope you tell everybody that we're going to be doing sex talk. We're going to have sex toys. And we definitely need to get full body frequency back and do some girl talk. I really, really miss you, girl. And I don't know. What else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, so next week we're going to broaden the platform a little bit. We're going to be adding the Facebook feed in, and hopefully that'll be fun because we'll have people that are actually in the Intimate Conversations with Pink Kittee social media group on, and we'll be doing that. So, as I stated, today we were going to talk about Reiki again. And the reason that we're going to talk about it is because after I had out on the last time, I had like a bunch of questions that I could not answer. I am not a Reiki master. I actually only have one Reiki session, and that's because my cousin is in Chicago and I'm here in Dallas. But I've been hearing murmurings that persons that do the distance Reiki have they've really enjoyed it. They can still the energy still transmits, which of course I believe because I do other things distance. So I'm looking forward to having him back. I have like my crystals in front of me today. I have my clear quartz and my obsidian and my amethyst. I have my rose quartz. Like I have things in front of me today because I really, really, really want us to get into this conversation about energies. And I have my pendulum with the chakra emblems on it. So yeah, we're gonna get into it today. Today is gonna be a very, 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 very interesting class. We're just waiting on Al to join us. I'm gonna check in with him if you guys don't mind, and see where he is. Um, because I really want to get this jumped off. Like here we go again, which is why I was like, maybe I should stop adding having people on the show because we're having these things, these situations. Let's see. But in the meantime, though, I'm really, really, really excited about the things that are jumping off of Pink Kittee. Um, my, what else did I want to tell you that? Oh, you want to see my new toy? Hold on. So, because this is intimate conversations with Pink Kittee, I feel like I can tell you this. I masturbate quite frequently, and sometimes to um, I forget to take my toys out of my bed when I take my laundry to be done. So I took my laundry to be done. I dropped it off, and when I went to pick it up, we found that I had left Mr. Marvelous. I used to call him Mr. Marvelous um, in my blanket. So it got washed, and apparently it is not fully waterproof because yeah, he didn't live. So I had to order another one. This is Mr. Marvelous. I was charging it. This is called the Ultimate Pleaser. Hey, Lashonda. This is called the Ultimate Pleaser. And you see that? Yeah. And it also has a case on it. My dog is flipping out. So, like I said, I just got him. He don't know. He don't know yet. He ain't been exposed. So yeah, do you see this? Like I'm getting so excited. I can't wait to get off with y'all. So anywho, but he also has suction. So there's a case that goes over this. I was charging it, which is why it wasn't on. It's not on there, but there's a case that goes onto it. So you press the button, and it actually has suction as well. Yeah, do you see this? Are y'all watching? I just want to keep pressing the button. You understand why I call him Mr. Marvelous. So this is Mr. Marvelous replacement. He just came back. I just got him today, and I'm really, really happy because I was missing him. And I just heard from Al that he'll be here very shortly. Oh, and then I'm gonna stop because I'm getting really excited, so I have to turn him off. But anyway, I just was charging him. It takes 2 hours to charge it from you as soon as you get it, and then it is water resistant, which means like I have used it in a shower on several occasions. So I'm not sure why it broke in the washing machine because I thought I used it in the tub before. Y'all, she probably took my toy and just told me that it was broke. I don't know. Anyhow, this is Mr. Actually, I'm calling him Mr. Marvelous because it's Mr. Marvelous for me. But this is the ultimate pleaser, obviously available at pinkkitty.com. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn him off. I really don't want to though. Just so you know, I really, really, really don't want to turn it off. I just continue on. Really. And it vibrates. So he tripping. So anywho, I'm back. Al says he will be here. He is setting up right now. And we will see him in a few seconds. But in the meantime, did you guys have any questions? How's your week going? What's going on with you? As you can see, this is what's going on with me. He's only been with me for 6 days, and we're growing on each other. Can you move? What is going on here? You're embarrassing me in front of my guests. I don't think he cares now. So, anywho, um, so we have, like I said, we have those things going on, and still waiting on Al. Come on in the room. Oh, so the female orgasm workshop is the first Saturday in August. and it will be at 9 p.m. live on Zoom. There's no cameras allowed. The cost is $30. So if you want to sign up for that, um, you should do it now. That course is, you can send it to me via Cash App, or you could just go to the website and purchase. The link is already out. I will be sending out the newsletter. I know I said I was going to do that last week. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to send it out today. I promise. I've got like 5,000 things to do on my website today. So I will send it out today, just in case you want to just click the link and purchase it and join us. We're going to be talking about female orgasm. It's a 1 hour workshop. I promise it won't be forever, but you will learn stuff about your body. I am so very excited about my female orgasm workshop. It was a labor of love because I worked really hard to make sure that all the things that I was going to tell people were true. Oh, the work that I put in. I'm just saying. So, um, I just, I wanted to make sure I didn't disappoint anybody with the information that I found. And obviously, I didn't just test it on myself. I just was making sure that these techniques will cause you to squirt or cause you, stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you, LaShonda. So I can't wait. I hope to see you on the first Saturday in August at 9 p.m. And like I said, this workshop is going to be like, it's so lit. We did it the last time we did it was in 2019 because in 2020, I didn't do any workshops. And the ladies really, 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 really enjoyed it. I want to do again uh, um, just an overall workshop so we can talk about the male dynamic and how men can orgasm internally and stuff like that. So the person that I want to have on the show, so y'all, pray for me because I haven't reached out to him yet. His name is Johnny J. And he's written two erotic novels that I actually have read and really, really, really enjoyed. And he is really popular on social media. He talks about orgasms and pleasure and things like that all the time. Like he is like, I really, really like this guy. So I really want to get him on the show. He's a Virgo too. So like I said, hopefully, the stars will align and we can get him on and things will work out. But y'all pray for me because I am going to reach out to him. We only had probably two conversations in like the oh my God, it's been 7 years. So since I first reached out to him when he was selling his first book, and like I said, I'm really excited about having him on. I'm looking forward to working with him, and so I hope that we can get him on the show. And I know you guys will love him because like he is just so dynamic and like he even talks about he does like hedonism, like he's like my twin. We are into the same kind of stuff, and so like I said, really dynamic male. And y'all know I just really love masculine energy and feminine energy. Like I just want to make sure that my show is real well rounded. And that people don't feel like, oh, she's always talking about this or she's always talking about that. It's really going to, well, it really is. I'm saying going to, and it really is just, again, this little labor of love that I'm trying to bring to you guys a different perspective than what you're typically seeing. I did want to say this, and I was going to put it off until bed talk, but I'm an ordained minister, right? You guys know this. And I've been an ordained minister for I want to say 10 years. It might be 11. I don't remember what day. But, I have my little certificate that I completed all my courses. And I've performed some marriages and, officiated some ceremonies. And so I have a network of friends that are Christian pastors and, things like that. And so I was having a conversation with one of those persons whom I absolutely love. I absolutely adore this person. And I don't know, y'all. Like that, he was saying that women should respect themselves more and not be showing so much of their bodies. And um, something hit me. Like, I remember when I first started studying, one of the studying to be a minister, the first thing that I read in Genesis, well, I won't say the first thing, but one of the things that is standing out to me at this point is when God was speaking to Adam and Eve, and he said, "Who told you you were naked?" For me, that means that God was saying, my nakedness is not shameful or sinful, right? But modern day pastors, I won't say all of them, right? Y'all know I'm like generalizing something that shouldn't be really generalized. But this particular person that I was speaking to was saying that our nakedness is something that we should want to hide. And, having pride in yourself means that you're not showing your body. And for me, anybody that knows me knows what I think about that. Like, my body is a temple and I can show it to whomever I
Why does
want
it
to.
show
Give me one
stuff
second, Al. My body is a temple and I can show it to whomever I want. Matter of fact, if like I said, last week, if I could walk around naked, like, that would be the thing that I would be doing, because I'm mad at folks, at Adam and Eve or whoever made the decision that we had to clothe ourselves, because shoot, I like to be free. Um, However, he was saying, it's just, it's immoral. And I'm just like, who taught you to hate your body? Who taught you that me having cleavage was a problem for the world to solve? I don't understand it. I dislike it intently. And I just really encourage, hey, Al, you're muted. I just really encourage um, us to stop teaching each other, stop teaching our children, stop believing that there is something shameful about the human body. Now, if you have I also read something on yesterday where this pastor was like, he does this annual um, uh, outing at a pool, and he was like, he was apologizing to the young ladies because he was always like, the young ladies have to cover up. I was always saying, they have to have a one piece suit, they can't wear a bikini. And then he apologized because he said that it's not fair for women or the young ladies to have to cover up because the boys may not know how to behave. He was like, no, my job is to tell these boys that they need to behave, and these young ladies need to be comfortable. Like, whatever they feel comfortable in is what they need to be wearing. And that's my stance on it. I'm like so tired of persons standing in these positions of leadership and Christianity, and saying, that there is something wrong with anybody who shows whatever body part they decide to show. Like, it's really like, for me, my hand is the equivalent of my nipple, right? You not making me wear gloves all day. You know why? Because gloves are not, I mean, my hands are not sexualized. But I promise you, I have done some major damage. I won't say damage, but I've done some major work to some men look at my hands and be like, "Ooh, I just was looking at your fingers." You know what I'm saying? Because we be working some majestic kind of stuff. So, but just because, you know, most men would look at my chest and go, "Ooh, her nipples make me excited," then that means I need to cover them. Like, I'm just not with it. I know that that is not a popular opinion, but that is my stance on it. I dislike it intensely, and I really, really, really want us to stop shaming each other for choices that don't affect other people. Like, if you have a problem with your man looking at my cleavage, then that really is your problem. I am not taking it on, sis. And men, if you have a problem with your daughter looking at something that I'm wearing and wanting to wear it, and you going, she is nasty, that she sells sex toys, so I don't respect her, then you know what? Y'all know what I think about that too, right? I really ain't here for you. And Dr. Stacey Patton said it best. Your gaze has no validation here. I'm not obligated to live my life in a way that pleases you. I'm not obligated to do things that make you feel better about yourself. I need to do what feels right for me. My life, my time here will only be whatever this time is that I have, and I'm gonna live it how I want to. And if that bothers you so much, I'm not making that my issue. Welcome, Al. We are so happy to see you.
Hold on, hold on.
You are watching Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty, and I have just been on a tangent about us policing women's bodies. Actually, men too, because I love me a plus size dude. Leave that shirt off, dude. You ain't got to hide nothing from me. I want to see it all. So, men too. You guys, even with the sagging of the pants. And I know I don't find it attractive, but no, I'm not gonna tell somebody that they can't do it. That's your life. Live it. Look, if you feel like maximizing your whatever. Matter of fact, even if you don't, what if you don't feel good about it? I'm still not gonna argue with you about how you look. It's your choice. But anyway, again, you're watching Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. I am your host and owner of Pink Kitty LLC, Vanessa Brown, and we have our special co-host today, Al, who is the Reiki Master that we were going to talk to today. Reiki, I don't know what I just said, but it wasn't Reiki. So we are glad to have him on. Looks like he's having some mic trouble. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Uh-uh. I can hear you fine. Can
I'm
y'all hear
trying to get
him?
that second connect.
Can y'all hear him? You look so cute. You had a long day.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here in one piece. Hold on 1 second. What's going on?
Okay. So Pink Kitty is your one-stop shop for all things related to relationships, intimacy, and adult novelty. We are your one-stop shop for all things related to adult novelty, from mild to wild. And you can visit us at www.pinkkitty.com. Uh-oh, we done lost them again, y'all. Live shows. Y'all think I should just pre-record them? Because, this is getting a little extra. Maybe we'll knock all the kinks out in the first 6 months that we've been doing this. How long we been doing this? Since March? March. Okay, so I got a few more months. The first 6 months, we're gonna knock out all the kinks, and then we're gonna just come back and just be bossed up stronger than ever after this. Like the show gonna be amazing. So where'd he go? He was having trouble, y'all. So so what y'all think? Are you guys still saying, I mean, I get it, like if your sense of self says cover up, I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm not judging anybody. I think that's the issue, that I have a problem with people saying that this has to be the way that we do things. And I'm not rebelling against that. I'm not going to say I just am living my life the way that I choose to. And matter of fact, I was in the pool earlier because I know I'm a water nymph. I was in the pool earlier, and my neighbor was like, I just love the fact that you'll just get in the pool by yourself. I'm just not brave enough. And I'm like, I'm the best company I ever had. Like, I don't understand why I need somebody else to be here. I will take myself on a date in a hot minute. Like, what? I want to go here, and there's nobody that's willing to go with me, or I'm not my last resort. I'm actually my first resort. Like, do I want to do this by myself, or do I want to have company? Like, the thing for me now is I enjoy my own company so much that somebody else's company has to feel better or comparable, to what I offer to myself in order for me to want to be around them. And that's real talk for me. So that being said, so when I make decisions like I'm gonna be on my YouTube channel with my corset on and it's all the way down here, so my boobs is practically hanging out. um, I made that choice because you know what? When I got out the shower after I was masturbating, because yeah, I did that first. When I got out the shower, I looked at my body and said, "Ooh, I wish I could be naked, but YouTube ain't gonna let me have my, do my thing naked. So let me put this on because this is closest to naked as I can get." That was really my thought process. So that's where I am, and it's not because I want somebody to be salivating looking at my nipples. I salivate looking at my own self. It's that I just want to be free from all the things that bind us. So, like I said, I prefer to be naked. If I could live on a nude beach, I probably would. But the price is a little too high. So, right, Lashonda. um, and the price is a little too high, for you to stay there. They don't let you just live there. You got to leave. And so, that's kind of where it is. Maybe when I'm wealthy enough in the next few years, I'll buy me an island and it'll just be the nude island. So y'all all be coming to see me because, you know, y'all want to be naked too. Al, where did you go? Oh, baby. I don't know what we're going to do about this show today. We didn't talk about Reiki at all. And I don't know if we're going to. But hopefully y'all still enjoying. I mean, y'all still hanging out with me. So I love you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for each like, each view, each subscribe, each share. Matter of fact, all over the place. Thank you for every purchase. Absolutely, thank you for the purchases. I can't even tell you how amazing it is that Pink Kitty has been here for 14 years. Like, well, heading into 14 years. It's been 13 years in March, but again, time is slipping into the future. And we're heading into 14 years in business, and every year has been different. It's not like I ever felt like my business was stagnant, because every single year has been something different and amazing, and it's because of y'all. The sales on my website, the questions that you send me that make me upgrade my knowledge. Actually, I'm taking another course because I love y'all so much. I'm taking another course to increase my knowledge. I just always want to make sure that I'm on top of what you need, and obviously what I need too, but I'm on top of what we need, as a collective, because this stuff is necessary. I know, like, people look at sex as a taboo subject, which I still will never understand, because almost everybody is having sex. What is that? But it's still like a taboo subject. And things are difficult. Like, when everybody was getting PPP loans, they was like, ma'am, you sell adult novelty. We not cutting you nothing. I couldn't get a grant. I couldn't get a loan. Those people was like, F you. And I've been doing this. I have, more than 14,000 customers in my database. And I wasn't able to service you guys in the way that I've been servicing. So, like, yeah, my business has and is still taking a huge hit from this pandemic. And but they was like, sorry, ma'am, you sell adult novelty, you sell sex. And I was like, I don't sell sex. I sell a service and products. But yeah, so this has been very difficult. While everybody else around me was getting assistance, I'm sitting here going, what are we gonna do next? And because of you guys, we're still here. And obviously, again, it's not like it was before the pandemic, but we definitely still hanging in there, and that's only because of you guys. So I'm grateful. Let us get to these 1,000 YouTube followers so we can really, turn it up a notch. I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. So please, please, please like and share, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Don't just come here and subscribe, so we can, like, I really still want to continue, and changing the game for next year. Um, One of the things about, I can't believe you're not back there. Let me check and see. One of the things about, being in this industry as a as a black woman, is that there aren't many black women at the table. Matter of fact, one of the reasons that I'm going in the direction that I'm going in right now is because the only boxes that we have, or products that come in packaging with black women on them, are the ones that say big old ass. None of the lingerie, none of the, you know, Mr. Marvelous toys, none of the lotions, none of that comes with black women on it. And it's not just black women. There's no Asian. I don't see, um, even on the Pride products, you don't see a lot of transgender. Like, we're just so segmented. And one of the things that I want to do is break through that, And I don't always be the one want to be the one to like break down the door, but for this particular thing, it matters to me. It means a lot to me because I remember as a little girl, when people would ask me what I wanted to do, and I would be like, I want to be Marilyn Monroe. And the reason that I wanted to be Marilyn Monroe is because I didn't see anybody with my skin tone um, on my TV, you know? So representation does matter. And it's important to me that I'm not fetishized. I don't want to just be the plus size chick. I don't want to just be the black chick. I don't want to just be, the chick with the big tits. I'm a woman, fully realized. And I think that just representing that matters. And that's a part of, like I said, what Pink Kitty plans to do. That's part of my goal set. Okay, he's having a headset malfunction now, but he said he's coming back. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm checking in with him. So, again, so that's kind of one of the reasons that we're still doing it. That's one of the reasons that we're still at it. And even with one of the persons who is changing the game right now, Candy Burris, even with her line, you still don't. She doesn't have pictures of us on her stuff. Which again, it's not because I'm just like, oh, it's this black thing. It's just I just believe that diversifying this industry is important right now. It's all a bunch of very wealthy people that don't look like us. Okay, so I want to just like I think we need to break down all the doors and let us in because we have good sex, we have romantic sex, we have BDSM, like we're doing all the stuff, but we're not getting any of the the glory for it. We're being demonized for doing it. You see 17-year-old kids twerking on social media, but then when you see 17-year-old black kids twerking on social media, it's oh my god, where's their parents? And twerking is a dance. Like it's a dance. It's still a dance when other people do it, and it's a dance when we do it. So stop. But anyway, I digress. I didn't again want to be on my soapbox about this. I really want to talk about Reiki because it's about changing energy. And so I wanted to tell y'all, since we tired of waiting on him, we're gonna see when he come back. One of the major reasons that I wanted to do this show today on Reiki again is because one of my girls said that after she did her third Reiki session, she had the best orgasm of her entire life. She was like, I am 52, and I just feel like everything I did before that was lacking. And I'm like, I've had some amazing orgasms. I can't imagine saying that all of that was trash to today. So like, we definitely need to talk about this Reiki stuff. Are you back? Can I hear you?
Testing one,
Do you
two,
love
three.
me?
I'm
Ooh, you
back.
sound good, sis. Go on, do that. What's his name with the deep voice? I don't know
Very
why I
white.
can't think of his. Yeah, go on, do that very white thing you just did. He was like testing. I like showers. So anywho, welcome, welcome, welcome. 43 minutes into my show, Al. Let's talk about Reiki. No, it's all good, babe. It's all good because we was having a good conversation. We was gonna make it happen. It's still intimate conversations with Pink Kitty, no matter who here. And so welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome.
So some people here weren't here last week. So let's just why don't you start by introducing yourself,
Peace and
right?
blessings. I'm a lean. I'm a healer, candle maker, and motivational speaker. Um, I do a lot of healing with herbs and crystals. This is my cousin.
That's the only reason why I ain't blast you out to be like, you ain't got to
Right,
come.
right. published author and
Yeah, you are. I
a
meant to
martial
have your
artist.
book
That's
on my
about
table.
it, you know.
Wait, did you say you're a martial artist?
Yeah, I've been in martial arts since I was 11.
See, y'all, this what happened when we don't go to the family reunion. You know I ain't know, right? So,
Yeah, well, you you know, I grew up on the south side of Chicago,
right, you have to go for martial arts.
and out there, you know, young black men get sucked up, you know. So as a result of
Right.
me getting jumped coming home from private school wearing a uniform, I ended up going at the age 11 martial arts to defend myself because I ain't have a fair fight. I got jumped by 6 people after school,
Oh wow,
and
that's
these
a lot.
fools hit me with books.
So that's why you learned Reiki. You had to heal from the trauma of being beat with
Yeah, I
books.
mean that's how I was introduced to a lot of the healing arts through martial arts.
Okay.
Because what a lot of people don't understand is about balance. Like
Yeah.
whatever I can do to destroy, I can do the same thing to build too, or to
Hey,
heal,
CN.
or to redirect energy. And
Mm,
that's what like Reiki is about. Reiki is using energy to heal. You know,
okay.
it was quote unquote rediscovered in the 1800s, but it really wasn't. But it's been used for thousands of years to help heal, move energy, help with depression, localized injuries, all over anxiety, depression, physical well-being, and much more.
Okay. And how long have you been studying it? Are you okay?
Since I was in my early 20s, so about 20 years, at least 20 years.
Wow. So how does one before we get into what you do, how does one become a Reiki? What is it Reiki? It's Reiki?
Yeah, Reiki, right.
I don't know. I've been saying Reiki like all
Well,
day.
usually people seek out practitioners.
Hmm.
Um, it's a really like a passive science. It's not aggressive, so it really um, anybody can practice basically,
Right.
even on your different levels of understanding and health. There's
Okay.
even self healing Reiki that you could do on yourself. It's a whole morning little ritual with hand
Okay.
gestures, meditation, and things like that.
Okay. Do you teach?
Um, huh? No,
Do you teach? No.
no.
Okay. I was just asking.
I may sometime in the future though, but because I'm putting together a holistic commune.
Oh, dope.
Well,
Okay.
healers can come as well as other people, but see the biggest issue with the healers that I deal with, they on a case by case basis. It's not like you can just show up. They pick and
Right. Of
choose
course.
what they want to get. They pick and choose what they want to give their energy to. So a lot of people
Hmm.
get offended and they lose patience. But you know, people are actually using their own life force energies in some of these practices, and it is draining. And
Yeah.
it's like, even though some, you know, people are paying and stuff, are you gonna keep showing up for the same stuff over and over again? Or are you gonna make
Right.
the adjustment mentally,
Right.
physically, and spiritually to overcome obstacles in your life?
Right. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
I'm with that. So, are there any special tools, or is it
it's
like
all your
meditation?
well, some people may use tools, but it's all an extension of yourself. We all
Right.
start out with our hands, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And that's basically generating energy, you know, on certain meridians of the body, an infected area, or moving energy blocks. Because a lot of energy, I mean, or I should say, dis-ease is because your body's not moving energy correctly.
Right. Right.
You got stagnant energy. You may be holding on to stuff that you've been dealing with, relationship wise and and you know what I'm saying, outside of yourself that also can attach to you and manifest in different ways.
Okay. So, again, I was explaining to them before you came back that one of the reasons that I really wanted us to talk about this today is because I'm in like a bunch of different groups of different people that practice different areas of healing, work with hoodoo. Like I talk to a lot of women that do hoodoo. I'm not a hoodoo, nothing, but I am in those groups because of the relationships that I have with as you stated, energy. And so, one of the persons that I was talking to said that she had been diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is it's a syndrome that women have that causes them to be infertile, quote unquote,
Okay.
and it causes like cysts on their ovaries, and it causes weight gain. Just the syndrome itself causes the weight gain because the body is not properly what's the word that I'm looking for? The body is not properly what's the word? Releasing, the things that it needs to release, during your monthly flow. Like the monthly flow is either highly irregular, causing lots of blood, but the blood is not coming from the uterus being flushed out and cleansed. Like it's not cleaning itself. It's just hemorrhaging. So, so basically, she was saying that she had that problem for the first 15 years of her marriage, and then here she is at 40. Now she's pregnant, and it's after she's done these three Reiki sessions, and she was like she had the best orgasm of her life, and now they're having like the best sex ever, and she is now pregnant after she had given up on getting pregnant. So that was another one of the reasons, like I said, I wanted to have you back, is because number one, that's amazing, because she was like she's been in treatment for this syndrome for 15 years, and what they was giving her was, maybe you need to have a hysterectomy. We can go in and remove these cysts, but they're going to come back. And they were treating her with birth control. That's the only treatment that they have for that. And that really is not treating the syndrome. It's actually just trying to regulate her monthly cycle in order for them to then give her progesterone treatment in order for her to retain a baby. But now here she is, like I said, after she's done her third, I said Reiki again, but it's Reiki. After she's done her third Reiki session, she's now going, here I am pregnant and having the best sex of my life. So obviously I was like, wait, let me get Cuz back on the show, because I want to have the best sex of my life. I mean, I thought I had it already, but it might not be. Let me see what happens. So tell me
Well, I
about
mean,
how it releases this energy that these blockages. That's what I
your
want to talk about.
body, it's like if you injured, have you ever felt the hot and cold in your body? Like if something's hurt, you'll feel the heat
Yes,
or you'll feel the
absolutely.
cold. Those
Yes.
are like energy blockages.
Okay.
Depending on if it's a buildup or a lack of, you get the hot or cold.
Okay.
So whether it be diet, whether it be environment, whether it be something mental, you can actually cause energy blocks within the meridians of your body.
Right. Okay.
And
So
so with
like,
that being
oh,
said,
go
sometimes you
ahead.
have to have somebody that can help you move those energy blocks in those
Right.
specific areas. And I do know that there are some people who are actually use Reiki in reproductive healing. Some people have went so far as to be like not a general practitioner, but specific for specific ailments like feminine reproductive problems, like male reproductive problems.
Mhm.
Some of them are specialized in other things as well. That's what their particular focus is. But yeah, once you get that movement, that stagnant energy around, everything flows better because it's about a balance. Like when I talked about the chakras, all of that is interconnected. If something ain't
Right.
right, it affects your whole system. So
Mhm.
when she did get the Reiki blockage move, it allowed her to procreate. And then also a lot of people have sexual health issues because of diet, mental, and other physical ailments that contribute to that.
Right.
So when she moved that away, because like I told you in the beginning, it helps to move ailments, depression, a whole bunch of array of stuff. So she got like a whole bunch of stuff in one, in a whole totality of something. Like it ain't just like we treating because you're not able to procreate. We want to know why the energy ain't moving, and that's what people focus on:
Mhm.
the stagnant energy and why ain't it moving. And that's how you get to the root of stuff. And that's also
Yeah.
being honest with your practitioners, because I'm gonna ask you what you ate. I'm gonna ask you what your mental state is. I'm gonna ask you about your overall health and other medical conditions that you may have been dealing with too. It ain't just like
Okay.
y'all come in and lay on the table and I'm like, poof, you fixed.
I was just getting ready to ask you that. Like, so a person that asks for your services, they're
Yeah.
not gonna just come to you and be like, "Oh, okay, here's my money," and you lay down, and then the stuff
No, because
happens.
I
Like,
want to
no,
get
you
to the
need to
root of the
connect. Okay.
I want to get to the root of the problem.
Okay.
It's like if somebody came to me for weight loss, I just wouldn't give them herbs. I want to know what you eating. If you telling me that if you have any type of ailment, I'm gonna ask you first what you eat, and secondly what you putting in your body, both
Mhm.
mentally and physically, and third, if you have any pre-existing conditions.
Right.
Because you when you treat a patient, you want to treat the whole patient, not a symptom. Like Western medicine, they treat
Hmm.
symptoms. They don't never get to the root of the problem.
Right. Exactly. What? That's
It's like,
exactly
why
what I
would
was
you
just
give a
saying.
woman a hysterectomy when maybe she's in an imbalance? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Why would you give a woman a hysterectomy? She could have a food allergy. She could have a environmental allergy. Because they use all these chemicals and stuff. We really don't know how it's going to affect folks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole. We got to look at the big picture, not just everybody be it's this. Take a pill. I'm gonna be all right. Nah,
Right.
you got some. You got to heal yourself, fully heal yourself, not just see a symptom and get it fixed. So obviously, she got tired of Western medicine and went and found an alternative rather than butchering herself.
Well, look, so the thing that was like completely blew me away. I'm not gonna front, like I was completely blown away because the reason that she went to the Reiki person that did the Reiki work on her was because the birth control pills that she was taking to regulate her cycle was causing her to be depressed. So right, so that's what I'm getting to. Like, so everything you said was just so on point because it was causing her to be depressed, and so she went to get Reiki because she had been told that someone practicing Reiki could help her with this, and
Right.
then she gets this depression thing taken care of. And like I said, miraculously after this third session, I'm saying miraculously, but we both know this is how it's supposed to work, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's really not that. This is defined by intention. So that she goes for this depression thing. So like you said, that blockage that was causing her to have this depression could have been a hormonal imbalance that because birth control is actually made from synthetic hormones that are somebody in a lab put together and said this will work for you. And so man, like you just really like I said, you just hit on so much because she went there for that. And then she comes out going, me and my man is having the best sex we have ever had, the best sex I have ever had in my life. And I'm about to have a baby at 40.
And you do know that sex is more mental. It's 90% mental, only ten
Yeah, I'm a
percent physical.
sapiosexual, so
A lot of people
yeah.
don't understand sex is mental. So if you depressed, your body ain't there.
Right?
If you suffer from any type of mental, you know what I'm saying, maladies or whatever, your mind ain't there. Sex is a mental thing. It's only 10% physical. So you see how that works? She healed her mind, and where the body go? Boom.
Right. And like I said, it's just like when you said that, I just was like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. Thank you for intimate conversations with Pink Kitty. Where
Ah, hey, look. Hey, oh, wait a minute.
you go? He's just gonna leave. Really. After he been gone all this time, y'all. Y'all see how people do you.
Hold on.
Now you upside down,
All
Jesus.
right.
You making
I'm
me feel like
laughing
I
and knocked
smoked some.
everything down. But a lot of people spend their whole life and it be something that simple.
Right, right.
You know,
But it's not
it's
simple
something
because
it's
I
something that
believe that,
simple.
it comes from like I don't think Reiki is because I believe it's coming more popular now because people are walking away from these traditions that they know have really been binding them, and so they're trying to find something that is real and connects them with who their ancestors are, right? I think that's
Yeah,
what I'm finding.
but
And
also look. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, cuz.
And then
Go
also,
ahead. We've
they've
been
been
waiting on
using
you to
Reiki.
talk.
Y'all know how y'all doctors be rubbing on your stomach and touching your organs.
Uh-huh. Right. Right. That part. Right. 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 Connected to the
They
energy.
just ain't gonna call it that
Absolutely.
because, like I said, anything that's not approved by the FDA to treat, diagnose, they don't. They doctors, American doctors cannot promote anything that the FDA cannot approve that can lose their
Right.
license to practice in the United States. And that's
Right.
why
I'm aware of
Dr.
that.
Sebi went to war against the FDA because they told him what he couldn't tell people he had a cure, but he brought over 50 people that he had cured cancer, infertility, all the types to his trial, and he actually
Right.
won. But that's the biggest thing. Like a lot of the stuff that's actually meant to help us heal or cure us is not approved by the FDA, and doctors really can't talk about it.
Right.
Otherwise, they license to practice becomes in jeopardy.
And again, they're always, they've been taught things, and those things evolve just like we evolve, so I definitely can agree with that. And like, I share with people often that I remember when I was telling my doctor, like, I never wanted to have children. And she was like, oh, well, I said I actually wanted to have a hysterectomy at the time. I mean, get my tubes tied because I ain't know no better. And I went to get my tubes tied. She was like, no, you might meet somebody, which, that's a whole other thing.
Yep,
But she was telling me that I got to wait
you
for
making
some imaginary person to tell me when I'm ready, when I want to have kids. So here I am, anyway, later, still don't want kids. And we were having a conversation. She was like, well, you need to use these birth control pills. And I was like, no, I'm going to utilize the method that I've been using, and we gonna ride out with this. And here we were 5 years later, that same birth control that she tried to get me to take for a year and some change has a class action suit because it was causing women to have ovarian cysts and cancer. And I'm just like, I am so glad I did not listen to her. I mean, it's likely that I wouldn't have been one of those women that got it, but it's also a chance that I could have been had I listened to that. So they really only know what they've been taught, which is, I don't shun doctors, so I hope I don't sound like that. It's just that even though they have whatever knowledge they have, it's still important for you to connect with yourself and know what you need in terms of what you're going to put into your body, because here I am all these years later, because it's been way more than 10 now, and I still don't have the kids per my wish, that
and
she thought I should be
like
avoiding with some chemical.
I just want to tell your audience that I'm not telling you in no way, shape, or form
Oh
to
no,
neglect yourself and your and going to see your medical professional.
absolutely
But when
not.
you
Please,
go and
yeah,
get a
use that.
diagnosis and you go see it, also realize there may be a holistic way and an approach to deal with what you're going through. So,
Right,
I mean, it'd be wise to open your mind up and look for alternative approaches as well.
right,
But, I just had to say that because I'm
right, right, because I don't want
like you
nobody to
understood
think that we
before.
shunning doctors over here.
Right. I'm not turning the doctors off and I'm not turning your beliefs off because
Right,
Reiki itself has no religious foundation, even though it was resurfaced from a Buddhist monk. But that comes all the way back, and I'll hold on to your underwear, but that goes all the way back to Africa. They
right,
in the pyramids doing touch, Reiki, Qigong, healing touch, all that's on the pyramids and in the walls. It ain't just started in the 18. We just didn't resurface in the 1800s. These are the stuff that led us away from that stuff. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the way Western medicine went, but in the early 1800s, Rockefeller made it. We're going around to the teaching medical universities, making deposits, and having them lead people away from homeopathy. Y'all know
wow,
Rockefeller was over Standard Oil, and he actually, when they broke up his monopoly, began petroleum-based medication. And so, with that being said, there was a lot of money thrown around,
oh,
and right or wrong, there was people that led other folks away from homeopath. And homeopath is just not African; it's just not Asian. We got indigenous folks here in America that use
oh,
homeopath, as
absolutely,
well as a lot of the people from um, poorer demographics. Even white folks be up in the woods getting snake root and herbs and stuff. A lot of their
Absolutely.
grandmamas and stuff too was healers. So that's
Right.
the whole thing. It's like we've been a lot of our healing has been turned into a cash cow, and it's no longer about healing. It's about generating revenue. It's no
Right.
longer about do no harm. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer about all the things that medicine was about. Imhotep was out there back in Egypt hundreds of thousands of years ago trying to cure things, not just sit around and throw a pill or an elixir. And
Hmm.
don't get me wrong, there's certain things that you cannot fix, but you can make it comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that this is a cure all. It's all where
Right.
you at mentally, physically, spiritually, and where whatever your diagnosis is at in this modality as well.
Right.
But always know that as long as you got blood flowing and breath in you, you can find a way to, if it don't cure, that can actually help you. And that's the biggest thing. And it doesn't have all those side effects like you see on prescription meds, because sometimes the side effects is
Right.
worse than the symptom. Like I
Right.
got, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to have oily discharge? Because I got a heartburn. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm taking a this look at this logic. If I'm taking a pill for blood pressure, why am I, because y'all know about lisinopril, I'm allergic. So I woke up one day, my tongue was swollen, my lips was
I
big. That's why I went
remember
on a
that
diet.
when you was in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I went on a diet. I'm still working on my weight. I don't want to be putting all this crazy stuff that they don't know what they don't really know the side effects because somebody just slid an envelope to get it through FDA.
Right.
You know
He
what I'm saying? Like all the side effects,
said
like
they slid an envelope.
yeah, they slide envelopes. I mean, our health is being jeopardized by the greedy people. In case y'all didn't notice, the opiate crisis was started by one family. They only not only do they was from promoting opioids, they got Demerol, all the stuff to take people off opioids too. It's a
I
dirty game
saw
out here.
that. They being sued right now.
Yeah, it's one
I saw
family that
that.
puts that. One
That's
family.
cray cray. I was like, how? What in the
Yeah,
world? We
they
need to
created
go
a
back
whole
in the
legacy
lab
of
and make
drug
up
addicts.
something. Right. A legacy of drug addicts.
A legacy of
A
drug addicts.
legacy. That is
Yeah, because
terrible.
they okay, check this out. Remember what I was talking about them envelopes?
Uh-huh.
Pharmacists, or should I say the pharmaceutical companies send people at doctors and encourage them to prescribe certain medications. And when you got that DEA number, the doctors got a DEA number, so they know who is prescribing their meds. So they come and send
Right.
them envelopes too.
Facts. 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 Yep.
Where you think they get them samples from in their medical, and they when they be like, you ain't got to go get no script, we got samples.
Look at your face. Right. Yep. I agree with you though. I agree with
Crazy
you
as
though.
hell.
I agree with you though.
And then for all my people of color, the medical profession is not based off of us.
Right.
That's why we got to look for more holistic healers and people who look like us, because our needs, our
Are
diet,
not the same.
our medical stuff is different than theirs. You see what I'm saying? Like, we all different. You can't. I'm 6'2", 330 pounds. According to their chart, I'm supposed to be 180 pounds. But my people
Yep.
is I come from a tribe of big folks. See what I'm saying? So you can't base that on my tribe. You see what I'm
Whoa.
saying? Like you got all the y'all are overweight, but I'm saying y'all malnourished.
Right. You need a sandwich, player. You a mess.
I'm just saying, like that's the lunacy we dealing with right now. Like
You a
people like
mess.
you about it's like just I encourage people to think.
Mhm.
And we've been on this earth for millions of years, and then now all of a sudden we can't get our health together.
Because we
So
start going to the
obviously
earth to get what we need. Yeah, I
we
agree
have
with
to
that.
be diligent. We
I
can't
agree with
keep
that.
falling into these traps. When I mean these traps, fast food. It ain't even fast. You sit your ass in the line, you could have went home and cooked.
Look, don't start.
I'm just saying. I mean, just think
I
about
feel
that for a
like it.
line. You talking about you hungry, then you get in the drive-thru and be like, pull up to the second window, please. And then you get there, your food still ain't ready. You ask
Stop.
yourself, how they able to make food so fast? Because when you cook a hamburger, it ain't 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we
It is, AJ. Yeah, the
I'm just
indoctrination
saying,
is
like a
deep.
lot of
It
the
is.
stuff, a lot of the stuff
Yeah,
we doing, we making our own self sick.
I agree with that.
We ain't even
100%.
eating real food, and then we wonder why women got cysts and babies is 8 feet tall. The
Yeah.
kids is big as hell now. You seen these kids?
Oh no, I avoid
They
children,
big
but
as
I
hell.
understand what you're
My
saying.
boy, 13-year-old is 6'4".
Wow.
My boy daughter just started her period at 9.
Yeah, I have noticed that. I have seen a trend
This
of,
shit, let's be aware. I mean, it happens. Usually and I know a lot of people be tripped when I say this. The period, a little girl's period can be stimulated through environmental resources too, but also it go back
Mhm.
to whatever tribe you from, because some of them had babies early back in the day. They used to have their children early, like
Well, they didn't have
teenagers
children
and early
early.
20s.
They were
So
raped
some
and
some of
had
that stuff
kids,
go
so let's
back,
not do
but
that.
it's just I'm just tripping on the food.
Yeah.
And then like here's the clicker, y'all. If you into holistic healing and you go to your doctor and they prescribe something or they give you the head nod on your illness and you come back healthier, the first thing they do is like, what did you do? You know what you tell them? Nothing.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Nope,
I used to
nothing. I
I
ain't
used to
nope.
date this guy that is one of the lead cardiologists at UIC, and we were talking, and he was like, "Well, you operate and you have a magnesium deficiency, right?" He was like, "Most people have a magnesium deficiency. Most of the things that people experience with, like I was having issues with my asthma at the time. He was like, most of the respiratory stuff and decongestant, you can heal that with having more magnesium in your body." And it also reduces inflammation. So I was like, oh, okay, so I can just eat some raw fish. He was like, no, take some magnesium pills. I was like, I don't know what they put in that magnesium pill. I'm gonna eat me some fish. But he was vegan, so his idea is, he was trying to get me to a plant-based diet, which I completely understand, and was like, okay, I understand, but I'm gonna eat the fish. I'm not gonna buy no pills because I don't know what they coating it with. Look, because I took these vitamins from I used to purchase Melaleuca. I don't know if you guys heard of that company. I used to purchase like all the Melaleuca products because it's supposed to be all natural, blah blah blah. I take the pill, it's a vitamin. 2 hours later, and the pill come out. You know vitamins,
Wow.
yeah.
So it didn't even
So like,
digest.
right? I was like, so what the hell is this? And it didn't even break down. What did you coat this with? And it's coated with sugar. Which why would I be taking something that's coated with sugar? It's coated with glucose at that, not sucralose, or it's glucose, the white stuff that we're supposed to be trying to avoid. They
Right.
use that to create the component to lock this vitamin in, and it just came out. So I'm like,
Your body rejected it. Plus,
you
white
understand what I'm
sugar ain't
saying?
for us anyway.
You understand what I'm
Sugar
saying?
ain't white.
You understand what I am
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree with what you said, but yeah. But this food thing, that's a whole other class. We're going to have
Yeah,
to
but
talk.
my whole
We're gonna
thing
bring
is
Tammy
we
back.
got do you know this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. When you eating, you either creating a problem or you curing one.
Boom. That's it right there in a nutshell. That's it right there. I have this nutritionist that I used to see. Um, her name was Audrey Lee. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she refused chemotherapy. And what's the other one? What's the other thing? Chemotherapy and what is it? The other thing, the shot.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No, no,
The
no. The radiation. She refused both of those, and she changed her diet and she developed this program. So she's been in remission for like 20 years right now.
Well,
And
yeah, that's what I was.
she
Diet
developed
is
this
very
program, this
important.
plant based. Yeah, she developed this plant based program that is absolutely amazing. And basically, some of the things that you've said are things that she said. She has this
You can
whole
reset your immune
thing.
system by fasting,
Yeah, she charges
and
like $500. I think I paid like two something for it because she was offering at the church that when I was being ordained at, and it was 90 days. In 90 days, following her plan to the letter, I lost 75 pounds because she was so, and it was not like my doctor was like, "That's too fast. You're losing weight too fast." But then when it was all over and I had my workup done, they couldn't find anything wrong with my body.
but see,
And
that's what I'm telling you. Our bodies are not. We're plant-based beings. That's why our intestines are so long, because it takes plant material. We need a longer surface area to absorb our nutrients.
right.
And with that being said, is it's okay to eat meat, but you can't eat it. But don't make it a staple in your diet. There's a lot of
Mhm.
plants and vegetables you can get protein from. And just think about that. Why we eat meat, but when the meat we eat don't eat meat.
And that's what she said. She was like, people were always saying, well, they can't follow her plan because they need the protein. And she was like, well, if the cow was good enough to just eat grass and leafy green vegetables, why you can't just eat what the cow eat instead of eating the cow? And it just, I went, oh yeah, that makes
Hey,
perfect
hey, cuz we need to come up with a weight loss challenge.
sense. You know what? I've been thinking about it because today actually when I was doing my meditation, I was told that I need to fast. Like that's what I got from the universe, that I need to do a fast and detox my life in order for me to have the things that I want. So I'm actually
Yeah.
getting ready to do it anyway. I was supposed to do it with Tammy a couple of weeks ago, a couple months ago, but when my dog got killed and then my other dog died, it was just I was like, look, I need to just get my head back in the game. So just give me a
Yeah,
minute.
but I mean, it's a
But
process.
but
Take
the
time to
universe is telling
breathe.
me, no, no, no. The universe is telling me that me putting it off is putting myself off. Like it's, the more I
How about
delay,
this? Cuz I'm
the
gonna
more
tell
I
you like
delay.
this. When you're ready to start, I'll start with you.
All
We'll
right,
do
let's
this
do it.
together.
All right, we're gonna do it together. I'm
See, we're
gonna
gonna
hold
do
you
this together.
accountable now. You know I'm a Virgo, so I'm gonna stick your ass.
Oh, you ain't got to hold me accountable. I already done lost 45 pounds last
I was
year.
looking at your face going, what's going on with Cuz over there? I see
Well, I
you.
got okay. I ain't even go front. I got sick,
I remember
and
that.
after I got
Yeah.
sick, I went on a 29-day fast.
Wow.
I had to get all that shit, all that stuff out of my system. I went on a 29-day fast, no solid food, none. Like it was all.
We
Um,
gonna do something different though, right? You
I
ain't
know
trying
we're
to
gonna
make
do
me not
something
eat stuff.
different, but I did that as a no. I did that as a quick approach to start the healing, because when I
Right,
got
I got
out,
it.
I went on a 3-day fast, no food, and then I started my 29 days after that. I eventually weaned myself completely off of food. All I was doing was drinking smoothie juices and water, and I would put my supplements in my smoothie. And so with
Wow.
that, all of the toxins came out of my system that were causing me problems, because I had a bad abscess that could have killed me. I had got transferred to
Wow.
another hospital. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying? By
remember you
ambulance.
talking
That's
about
how
that.
bad it was. And after going through all of that, I made the decision to take more control. Even though I was doing stuff, the hustle and bustle of life. Sometimes you ignore yourself. You may
Yes.
ignore the things that you
Yes.
feel, and you just trying to
Yes.
check a bag, or you trying to take care of kids,
Yeah.
or you have a purpose-driven life, and zoom, and not realizing that the biggest priority should be your health, because that's the only wealth it is.
Yeah.
Self-care, because
Yeah.
you can't do Pink Kitty if Pink Kitty ain't well.
Right.
I can't do none of
Right.
this stuff if I ain't well, and I'm not constantly every day being active in my own healing.
And again, when I was meditating today, I mean, I know y'all we deviating a little bit from the subject that we were talking about, but it's still on topic because, like I said, what I got today after my meditation was that I need to detox from the things that I've allowed to happen in my
Yep.
life, not the things that happened to me. It was you need to detox from the things that you have allowed to
Yeah.
happen. So these are things that I have been complacent about that I already knew wasn't for me. In addition to that, it was that I need to um, be intentional about my care of me. Like it can't, like so. And when I say that, I mean that I wake up every day, I take a shower every day, I brush my teeth every day. But it's like I'm not in those moments when I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? When I bathe myself, I'm not going. I'm cleansing my body because I love myself. And I need to make sure that I am aware that that is why this happens. It's not a ritual. This is what I'm doing as a part of my self care. And I need to be, oh my God, it was so real. I need to be intentional about that. So it's not just
You do
I'm wiping this
everything.
because I don't want to be dirty. It's because I am cleansing my body because my body deserves to be clean. You know what I'm saying? I
So
deserve the
basically,
cleansing.
you're doing it with mindfulness and intent
Right.
rather than
And
just
that's what I
doing
said.
it.
Yeah, I have to
And
be intentional.
that's
That
what
was what
life
I
is
got.
about.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do things not mind
Intention.
filled, but mindfulness. You
Yes.
know what I'm
And
saying?
be
Because
intentional.
everything is, if you think about it, everything's meditation. You cleansing yourself. If you actually mindful, you can actually, the water is cleansing you, and you getting all the negative energy going down the drain with
Exact.
mindful
And that's
intent.
right. Right.
Because it ain't just
And that,
about being physically clean; it's about being mentally and spiritually clean as
yes.
well. Because
The
we,
storehouse. Yes.
Erica Badu had that song "Bag Lady." People dragging luggage everywhere unnecessarily.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said,
And
that
if
was
you really make your
literally
mind
what
up
I got.
to heal, if you make your mind up to heal, you got to act like it. You can't just say, "Yeah, I'm ready to heal," but you're still doing the same stuff that made you sick. When I say, I'm gonna let y'all know, but one of my brothers, he got a whole documentary called "Is Your Story Making You Sick?"
Right.
And it's
Right.
about people with right. I think I sent it to you, but I resent it. It's about people with mental health issues that actually got sick from their environments,
Yeah.
whether it be work, home,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, but they were actually having manifestations, and to the point like they were actually had a 5150 where they had to go
Mm,
into intake and figure it out. I don't know
yeah.
if they call them 5150s here, but that's where you
Right. I'm
at,
like,
but
I
that's
never
what they
even heard of that,
call
but
it.
okay.
When you go to the
And
hospital, you say, I feel like I may hurt myself. They put you
yeah.
under observation for 3 days. It's called a
Yep.
5150.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Why is it
Yeah,
called
and then from there, depending on your evaluation, some people will go ahead and maybe go to an inpatient thing, or they'll set up counseling and stuff to help them with their situation. But a lot of
Oh, okay.
times,
I didn't know that.
the stress of the stress of life get too much. I mean, just like in this pandemic, a lot of people incurred mental health issues by sheltering in
Absolutely.
place, by losing their financial income, by losing loved ones, and things like that. So it's for real. But
Yeah,
people
absolutely.
always want to address. Uh, they don't take care of the whole situation. It's like if I'm sneezing, let me treat the sneeze, and no,
Yes.
not why I'm sneezing. It's kind of
Not what is
like
the reason? Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. Don't look at where you fail at. Figure out what tripped you up.
Boom. That's exactly it. And again, that was one of the reasons that, like I said, the girlfriend that made me want me to have you back on to talk about this. That was one of the reasons that I wanted you here is because I am fully aware that we're in a pandemic, and the persons that I talk to on a regular basis, my paying clients and my people that be trying to lack on to stuff I say, um, we're all going through this pandemic. So everybody needs some grace. You know, everybody needs some grace. It's not just the people that you know or the people that you like or the people whose struggle you can actually see. It's not just the homeless people that need grace. It's the people that look like they wealthy financially that might be, how what's his face Ti said, you got all these riches, but you piss poor morally. And it's, your morals start here. It starts here. And when he was talking about that, obviously he wasn't talking about the way you dress. He's talking about what you're projecting onto other people. And so, absolutely what you just said. And one of the things I was watching, Tabitha Brown, who was like, I just love her spirit. Like you can see that she's genuine and sincere. And one of the things she says after she leaves her every video is, you have a great day, but if you don't have a great day, don't mess up nobody else's day. And I
Right,
just think
right.
of that. That is so important that she says that. And it's not something you hear every day, but it's so real, because again, we all need grace, all of us, because this is something that even our parents didn't have to live through, that we're going through right now. And in addition to that, people are losing their minds because they have to deal with themselves, not just because of the low wages and, inflation. It's because they have to deal with themselves. I have to be home with me, and I don't like me that much. you know, they're dealing with that kind of stuff. This is what I'm hearing my clients say. Like, I haven't even, I can prompt, I had a client tell me they haven't even looked in the mirror.
You know,
Like,
that
they have
was,
mirrors in their home that they avoid. They don't look at
that's one of
themselves.
the therapeutic things that I do. The first thing when a lot of people be dealing with stuff, I give them a mirror.
Me too.
I give
Me
them a
too.
mirror and tell them to look and say something nice to yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you'd be
Because
surprised at the things that get broken when they do that. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because look at all the distractions we got in this world.
Whew.
And then everybody places, we all have our different outlooks on life, but a lot of people place a lot of effort on the material and they
Right.
forget about themselves. Like, and so
Yeah.
it's a hustle and bustle. I got to get this money. I got to, and then you ain't got nothing. Because you got to remember, your diet ain't just the food you put in your body. Your diet
Yeah.
is
It's
the
what you
energy,
feed.
and the energy
Yeah.
and the individuals that you entertain. That's also your diet as well.
Good boy. I leave it. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Sorry, my dog just vomited. It's okay, baby. Come
I guess I didn't mean to get him
here.
upset.
No, he went to the vet yesterday, and I think they made him sick because, again, these energies. But
Yep,
he gonna be all right because I'm a healer.
there you go.
But anyway, I want to thank you. We've already been on for an hour and a half, so I just want to thank you so much for coming out. You know, you got to come back because we got to talk about some more stuff, and then we
We
got
can
to
talk
figure
about
out we're
whatever
gonna do it
y'all
live.
want.
Leave
Cuz
it.
I got your back. The
Thank you
viewing
so
audience,
much.
peace and blessings. Y'all be safe out there, and y'all be seeing
So
me on
tell
some more
me, how
shows.
can people book you to be their Reiki practitioner? Are you
You
doing
can, I can be
Zoom
reached at,
sessions?
I can be reached at peacetree.d@gmail.com.
Okay.
Peacetree.d@gmail.com.
Okay. Send it to me, and I'm gonna, when I post this video on live, I'm gonna make sure I add it in case they want to book you
Yep,
for
and
a session.
I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as well. I'll send you all my information.
Yeah, send me all of that, and I'm gonna make sure I put when I post this video live that we make sure we add that info. Y'all, just join me in thanking Al for coming. We just appreciate you so much,
You
and
welcome,
we'll see you
cuz.
next time. We definitely gonna have you come back because we gotta talk. We're gonna tell them live what we gonna do for our fast, so they can be watching our progress. What we gonna do for our detox.
For sure. I got
All
that.
right,
I love you,
y'all. Thank you
cuz, and
so
y'all take
much.
it easy.
All right,
Peace.
y'all, thank you so much for watching Intimate Conversations with Pink Kitty. I am your host again, owner of Pink Kitty LLC, and I am so glad that you guys stayed here and watched, and I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next week for Bed Talk, where we're going to do a live toy party. I'll see you then. Until then, hashtag get you some. Bye.